And hello, ladies, gentlemen, all non-binary friends. Welcome back to Hades 2. In this video, we are going to look at the new and improved aspect of Circe. Instead of granting you serenity like before, it now causes your animal familiar to drop its own cast and form a psychic leash between you two, which is really interesting. So as you can see there, Rocky gets a cast there and a psychic leash, which seems to have like infinite range, which is cool. And I think, pardon me, Rocky, I'm going to stand right on your head for a second. Yeah, the casts are identical in size. It looked like it was a little smaller when I was up here, but I think that's just a trick of perspective there. It also gets you the Omega cast, so it should get all those Omega cast boons. Geyser Spout, Prominence Flare, Meat Grinder, Local Climate from Demeter. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. I'm taking Vivid Sea, this keepsake from Poseidon, to get Tidal Ring. I think Froth will pop off of this, especially with Meat Grinder and Prominence Flare as well. So that will be something really enjoyable to look for, really fun. I think if we can get all that, and it's a lot to ask for, I think this will be really strong. We'll also want to get Winner's Circle from Hermes, of course, but because this will be really strong, I'm going to take a pretty aggressive number of vowel options here. 32 Fear. This is probably not a great overall 32 Fear setup, but I thought it would be pretty exciting, pretty dangerous. We're also taking Vow of Denial to try and get some of those tier 2 Omega cast boons more likely to show up. So I think this should go quite well, so let us salute and head off.
This way this time.
Yay, Poseidon! Everybody's favorite himbo.
Encyclopedias of Polyphemus is the only one he met. They were our mighty allies once, you know. A shame what all has happened to their kind.
By the way, I did increase the audio for this game a little bit on my end, and then dropped everything except the music and the dialogue, because I felt like maybe those were a little quiet in my previous videos. So let me know if that's any better, or if you preferred it the way it was before. That's also possible. So gonna save the Rarefy for Geyser Spout, because I think that's in generally a more powerful boon to Rarefy than Tidal Ring. So I'm gonna try and keep an eye on where Rocky is. It looks like, I was gonna say it almost looked like he jumped right to you if he was off screen and you hit a cast, but not there. Maybe he's in the process of going to an enemy already. I'm gonna take Wave Strike here, because that'll open up Slippery Slope as well, which will help for Froth. And just getting some of these core boons will also be nice to have. Gonna still save the Rarefy though. More core boons to have, the more likely you are to see tier 2 boons. There's Demeter.
Overview.
Rest of these gods I kind of don't want, I don't think. So we'll go for the Poseidon first. I'll roll the Selene until we get max health, I think. I think that's a correct thing to do.
Something else.
Yeah, max health right away. Good. Ow. Oh, please. Look how nasty you guys are, huh? So nasty. Uh-oh, didn't think about this. All right, so it's I want both. Damn it. So I'm going to roll once.
Let's do it.
All right, we got it there now. That's fine. Yeah. Increase the old frothy goodness. Ooh. Again, I think it's better than saying foam, but it is a very funny weird phrase, weird turn of phrase for this game to have something called froth in it. You know, that's a very powerful effect.
Go, Rocky. Well done.
Okay, I've got the max health. I probably go. So we want Demeter, we want Hermes. We should roll. I roll one of the Demeter doors for more Poseidon, I think. Before I do that. It's a shame we didn't get a mini boss. I would like to have tried to get Geyser Spout there for some additional rarity, but that's okay. We can't get everything, viewer. Not always, anyway. We can always aim for everything, but sometimes everything will not come our way. It's dastardly, dastardly roguelike with its RNG, right? There's Winter Circle. Okay, your Mega Cast fires and will expire faster. So that's awesome. So now we can really spam the shit out of that. Which is, it's always ideal when you can spam things and just wipe out the whole room. That's perfect.
Greater might.
I'll have to consider a bit of magic restoration. A Mega Cast only takes 15 magic, which is nice.
Now.
More Poseidon, beautiful. I've mentioned before, but if you have only one god in your pool, that god is not on a door in the city, and you re-roll a door to a boon, it's very likely to be that one god in your pool. Sometimes that doesn't work. I'm not 100% sure why, but yes. Epic Geyser Spout, fantastic. We are going to rarefy that, and Bob's your uncle. So now we get 2 huge bombs that go off very, very quickly. Oh, shit. I'm not even going to say what happened there. That was just me. That was me having a goof off, I guess. All right. So I want Demeter. We'll try and see if we can get local climate here. I honestly might try and re-roll a door to get more health versus max magic, just because, you know, this is Battle Rivals 4. Getting a ton of health is still like a critical component here to not dying.
Be as complete and as relentless as the winter's cold, Malinoe.
Plus we have fangs too. Like that is unpleasant as well. Arctic Gale does get us a ridge. An epic steady growth at this point is pretty funny though, so I think I'm gonna do that, and we'll be a little bit patient when it comes to local climate. I am going to roll this.
No.
Selene, what? Okay, there's some health. Absurd that Selene would do this to me. To me. What did I do to deserve this, huh? Yeah, Rocky's positioning is leaving me a little mystified for the moment. That's okay. I think it doesn't seem like it's any less than like Hecuba would have been.
You shades are getting out of there.
Any less likely to be near me. Maybe Hecuba kind of follows you a little bit more, but also he stands away. And sometimes he just likes to bark at enemies and stun them, which we appreciate that. But in this particular instance, I would prefer him to stay close to me. And so therefore the crit chance from Rocky, I think, is just naturally better. Zeus. I don't think Zeus fits in right now, because I'd rather get Eris and Apollo. There's glorious disaster between Zeus and Apollo. So is that worth a consideration? Let me check this. If it requires a core boon from Apollo as well, I don't think we're gonna do it. But where is it? Glorious disaster. It does not. Am I compelled enough by that? I don't know. We definitely Palm Geyser Spout. 350 Omega cast power is a lot. Whenever you can increase base power like that, that's just going to be the winner. I think I will do that.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Was Ionic Gain a prereq? Because that would be fine. Magic Restoration as well. Let me double check this. It is not. I'm going to take it, though. It's fine for magic regen, and
Thank you for your service.
and you know, if we get Glorious Disaster later, that's fine.
Well, what am I supposed to do on nights like this? If I can't even smell her, I don't know where I'm supposed to kick.
Lord Polyphemus, your nasal passages must be utterly congested. The one to whom you're referring is right there. Next time, I shall have to unearth something you can use.
Like, just give him like a Kleenex, for God's sake.
Alright, sounds good.
Or some horseradish.
It's just if I can't smell my food, then I can't properly enjoy my meal.
He'd probably prefer horseradish, to be honest. You can't smell, though? That's, Oh, you know what? That Psychic Leash is popping off with Froth. So much. I didn't really consider that. Look at that. So the Psychic Leash also counts as a hit, which is pretty cool.
Poison.
Ow, uh-oh. Yeah, the Geyser Spout is putting in work, though, which is fantastic. Poisoned! Poisoned again. Poisoned again. Get off the Omega Cast. I've got to settle this before it spirals out of control. Just do it. Oh, jeez.
Return to Shadow now.
So fluffy.
Toughest fight in the game. Not really. Rivals 3 and 4 on the surface is definitely harder, and Kronos is harder, but for where you are at in the game, it's pretty brutal as is, right? Yeah, let's go Apollo. We still only have 3 gods in the pool, so maybe we can get a natural Ares as well. I'll take the max health.
Next.
So that went all right. We didn't lose a ton of health there. Usually, especially with Vow of Frenzy 1, that fight leaves me near death. Ow. Okay, dragons bad. Enemies here bad.
This way.
Kind of hope steady growth hits itself. That's always great fun. Okay, I'm also, because enemies use lasers too that are also colored purple, I'm sometimes getting a little concerned by the Psychic Leash here.
Foes eliminated.
You're going to put on a brilliant performance tonight, cousin.
Prominence Flare, and it's epic. So after your Omega Cast expires, deal damage rapidly for 2 seconds. Up to... Supergiant. I think I saw that right. It didn't impact the damage number at all. So rarifying Prominence Flare to Heroic did not change the Omega Cast damage from 20 per 0.13 seconds. To be honest, I wasn't paying attention to see if the 0.13 changed, but it would make no sense for that to be what changes, because it's the green font that changes whenever you rarify or add a level. So, oh, Title Ring got rarefied? Okay. So now, let's see here. So now that expires like that, and you can put down your cast again, which used to not be the case with Prominence Flare, which is what made it bad. but now I think this is quite a good boon. Ow. Come on now. Fuck some of these enemies, right? That's what I get for taking Menace, though. It's totally on me. So we really just need to get Origination, and I think Bob's your uncle in regards to this.
Could make a lovely gift.
Prominence flare up. I should probably check to see if the damage changed there. Heracles.
Another stowaway. Soon you shall face me and the Flame Thief once again. But let's keep up the act for now.
It is so silly that you can even get these kind of encounters when you're running Vow of Rivals 3, right? They should almost disable them because the the dialogue there is a little too chummy for what's to come, right? Also, like, I hate that Heracles can still appear in these like little pre-combat sections of the boats. Oh, you better be careful, viewer. Pre-combat can get you pregnant. What? I don't know. But yeah, once all the enemies are dead, he just wanders around here. The timer, the timer stopped briefly. Interesting.
For the boatman.
But then it started back up again. And the timer stopped again because of Icarus? I think, or he just stopped the timer? What is going on? Usually Icarus would appear by now, right? Oh, there we go.
He's back.
I wonder if Heracles' spawn kind of messed him up there. Not so sure. I'm taking a lot of hits here, so I'm gonna try and not do that any further. Okay.
We made it.
I'd fly you right up to the Palace of the Gods right now, if only I could.
So, those wings not good enough, huh? Explosive intent it is. Love this boon. It's probably my favorite of his. Plus 10 magic's gonna be a lot, but that attack boon does nothing. Protective coating. Hopefully we aren't gonna need.
You're all set.
It's all right.
Careful out there. Need to get closer.
Explosive intent not as good as like fast firing on fast firing Omega moves, but I think still a fun thing, right? All right. Okay, so Prominence Flare did go up 25. I think Geyser Spout's still what we want. Like 30 extra base power is just a ton.
Lord Charon set up shop.
Demeter! Hiya! Oh, sorry, Charon. Got excited. So...
On my authority.
Let me look at this. Local climate. We have the prereq. Okay. Frosty Veneer is potentially there as well. So I should probably take Frigid Rush. I could also roll once for Arctic Gale. That'd be better. That would get us to a ridge very easily. Maybe I do that.
Worth the risk.
All right, I'll just take Frosty Veneer now then. All right. Please do not be Charybdis. Yay! I mean, this guy sucks in his own right, but I'd still prefer it to Charybdis just because that is such a long fight. Oops. Okay, get away from him. How dare you teleport?
In the name of Hades, out with you.
Local climate, yay. Natural selection sucks. Probably, is this the worst duo boon in the game? I think it's quite possible because you, if you get this early on, it kind of can brick you badly by excluding health and money and max magic, right? Local climate, though, quite good. Should natural selection be like taken out of the game? Maybe. Like, it doesn't even really allow for like fun, like max boon meme runs because it doesn't preclude mine rewards like this, right? Alright, I'm gonna be a little careful here. Hi there. Last one? Okay.
It's done.
What got rarefied? Oh, Winter's Circle has been rarefied twice. I was not paying attention. That is tremendous. Nice. Okay. More Demeter is good. Probably buy the max health too. Arctic Gale. Oh, I got rid of Arctic Gale? I wasn't paying attention. Oops. I can't even get more water except for her attack. Uh-oh. I'll take Snow Queen. It primes some magic, but I think that's okay. And it's a free hit, too, so... we might not get Frosty Veneer active.
Special? You think just because you've been cozying up to me at the Crossroads that I'm gonna let up on you here? Well, you're wrong, babe. I know what you're trying to do.
Do you? Because I have 2 casts and 1 staff. And a gross reference I just made.
You know what I'm...
Oops, I thought...
Oh, and now you're trying to guilt trip me to top it off. Well, I don't need to take that kind of guff from you. Nobody pushes me around, get it?
Sorry, I thought that was the end of the dialogue, and so I was really prepped to just go after her ASAP. So sorry you missed some dialogue there. That's my bad. It's okay. It was all in service of a True Girls One Cup reference in the year 2025. Isn't that nice? You know, it's a shame that cast does not begin with a G. Then that would be even more of a natural reference, right? That's right, it's a shame.
Nice try.
So there's something about Eris that I think makes her want to avoid your Omega moves. I know Prometheus has something similar in the game. It doesn't explicitly tell you that's what's going on, but it is what causes him to do the dodge, is Omega moves. So I think Eris might have something similar there. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but she just jumps around a lot more than when I'm playing with Medea, where you don't really use Omega moves, I'm noticing.
Did it hurt?
Or she just jumps around a lot in general. That's also possible.
Sorry.
Yeah, we almost got her. Just need to not die in this last phase. That ought to do it, right? Yeah.
No, come on, wait.
A bit too close.
Okay. I guess we take Ares now
Now the
to try and get Meat Grinder to grind the meat. That would also open up the hostile environment duo, but I don't think I want that because the cast sticking to you like that, it might make the Typhon fight really annoying. That's my big fear. Also, we still need origination too. How am I gonna get that? Let me look here. Apollo has sprint. Okay, so that's probably gonna be our avenue there. More max magic. There's no hammers that are gonna help with this Omega cast build, unfortunately. It's kind of, even in Hades 1, it was a little awkward that you had very unique weapons even outside of the hidden aspects, right? But they didn't have hammers that really helped that uniqueness so much. But it does make something a little bit uncomfortable. Like if you add a bunch of extra hammers that are aspect specific, and then you play the aspect and don't get them, that's gonna feel even worse, right? Like, but I don't know. It's maybe something they should have considered. Like move some of the other hammers for this aspect and give it cast ones to make it a little bit easier. Maybe have hammer rerolls. How about that? Huh? Wouldn't hammer rerolls be fun? Oh my god. They just are, it's so intimidating sometimes. Alright, Tidal Ring keeps getting rarefied as well. I would take Hermes, I think. Success rate, I think, is open. Can impact the froth damage a little bit more. It should be popping off. The froth pops off with like prominence flare and stuff. It may be just hard to tell on normal enemies because Geyser Spout has a tendency to just annihilate them. Uh-oh. Right, no magic. No magic.
Lady Demeter.
There's just one enemy. I should probably just use a standard cast so I don't get hit, right?
Olympus, I accept this message.
Success rate. So this should send the slope, that percentage chance on the froth, up to what? 30%? No, more than that. 35%. Yes? Yes. Okay.
What's good here?
Another heart, and we'll also take the sandwich, I think. Yeah. Talos.
To put you out of commission again.
Oh yeah, the single target damage is fantastic. This should kill him. Ooh. Have we reached disgusting levels of damage yet?
Bloodshed can often be avoided, yet I seek never to let such opportunities slip by.
We will roll once for Meat Grinder. There it is. Your Mega Cast also creates a Blade Rift in the Binding Circle. So,
certainly.
Let's see here. You can kind of see the red there. Oh, we have no magic. Sorry. So yeah, it looks like, at least with just this heroic Winner's Circle anyway, we're kind of capped there. I'm going to go Selene here. See if she has a decent hex for us. Day Shift, Moon Water. I still, despite how strong this is, I don't think Typhon, I don't think Prometheus either is going to be easy. Especially if I keep taking hits from the normal enemies like this. It's just hard, especially when one of the Fangs dudes has a shield that makes him invulnerable to damage until all the other enemies are dead. Until every single one is dead. Like, that's probably my least favorite Fang's vow.
How strange to see ungainly Polyphemus and Medea work together, even if the vow of rivals was the cause. Though stranger is how that Cyclops is the second shepherd I have known with a propensity for lengthy sleeping spells.
What? Oh, she's talking about Hypnos, of course. I will take the moon water, I think. I think that's probably better than phase shift, maybe. Easier to apply too.
Water.
Dio, huh? Dio, Dio, Dio.
Come all this way and can't even hang out. That's just not right, baby.
Dio and his Dio out here once again. Reckless abandon is nonsensical even with success rate. Tipsy shot. Hold cast to lob a large explosive. The binding circle forms there. I don't know if that makes the build worse or not. And we are at 32 fear, so I kind of don't want to risk it. Bounce back. Bounce back is probably value, right? And it is water, which we just need one more at. Oh no, we're there at Frosty Veneer. Okay. I think all deal boons are water, actually, now that I think about it. I think they're all water. So my whole point there, bullshit.
As a refill, you just say the word.
I still need origination, by the way. We got a rarify from Steady Growth coming up. What's it gonna be? Place your bets. Place your bets, viewer. What is gonna get rarified by Steady Growth? Local climate. Aye, I'll take it. I will take this money as well. We'll use moon water there to heal up. Ow! Oh god. The enemies are bad.
They're gone.
I'll heal up again. We'll take a palm. Oh. That harpy has damage fangs on it, so I'm going to be very cautious here to not get hit. I do wish we had different magic restoration other than on a game, but what can you do? Yeah, we'll grind the meat just a little bit harder. Just a little bit. This has been one of the more vulgar videos I've put up here. Not so sure why. Something in the air. Maybe I'm still like just completely annoyed by the Shiva, the Shiva of it all. Okay, here's Blinding Rush, finally. Supernova's fascinating, but we really need Blinding Rush. Thank you. I will take the health and this.
Behold the stars.
This is, you deal 50% damage for 5 seconds. That's like so much better than this God sent garbage. So you get Serenity. We're not going to be able to make it to that epic one. And this, 1 second of imperviousness or 50% damage for 5 seconds. I think I'm going to go with the impervious first. Because I don't want to die here. I don't want to die here.
Didn't I just see you? Whatever it is you do to get me to show up, tonight you must have done a lot of it, sister. It's crawling out there.
Huh. Is that dialogue related to having 32 fear? It must be.
Is that a touch of fear in the voice of mighty Heracles? Though I ought to be the one afraid, having to confront you and Prometheus like this. He knows it's going to get ugly.
When does it ever not? But this is nothing. You wish to know true fear, go train under the centaur Chiron for a while.
Well, 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 Chiron mentioned, huh?
Let's go.
Oh, the damage looks good to me. Oh, we're getting hit hard, though. Middle, top, bottom. See, there's that dodge from the Omega move. Really, I wonder how people feel about that in general. I do find it pretty obnoxious, even if it makes a lot of sense that the Titan of Foresight would have something like that. Alright, middle, top, middle, bottom, middle. He spices it up when he does this, doesn't he? Ow, stop being a jerk. Bye, Heracles. Yeah, when you get... Oh, my God. When you get the overlap on the geyser spouts, though. When that overlaps, though.
I can foresee no way to stop it now. Such wrath. Hold on to it.
Whew.
Go lick your wounds.
Nice. That boon is helping a lot. Frosty Veneer, did I mention that it's worse now? Because it reduces 10 damage that's over 20, right? Yeah. Basically means you can't just tank the one-hit kill move from what's his face? Huh. Blackened Fleece. We've taken 616 damage, so this is active. Give our mega moves plus 40% damage. I don't want to take Knuckle Bones just because I've been bored of it a little bit, so I think I'm going to do this for 40% extra damage on our Omega moves. Just going to take the health, I think. Not the mystery boon. We've gotten to a point where I have to be a little careful about what boons to take now because we might get a bad trade. Like, I would not want to trade the title ring out at this point. That's actually a good point. At this point, maybe we should just take a look here. So, Poseidon-wise, we could still get Sea Star. Okay, we can get Sea Star. I don't think King Tide actually hits Geyser Spout or our title ring because they don't specify that it's a splash. Well, this does say splash, so maybe we can get King Tide. It's just the ring is not a prereq, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'll consider that if we see him. Demeter, I think, is fully locked out except for... well, this is actually not there yet. We can't get it, so... I didn't know you needed a core Demeter boon like that for that. Ares should have a lot, so if he shows up, that's fine for us. So really just Ares or Poseidon. Apollo, oh, no, Apollo does have whatever the hell that thing is called. Supernova, which it's pretty late for that to have an effect, but it would be kind of funny. Bigger explosions, right? Bigger booms. I would even hypothetically take a trade of Ionic Gain into Lucid Gain, I think we're okay, though. I just have to be aware where our magic is at. Zeus, I think I did not mention you among the pool there. Okay, Supernova. We could actually still get Glorious Disaster. I don't think it's a good idea because the extra magic expenditure, however. They're going in different spots, though. Annoying boss fight, sometimes relative to the other one. Ooh. Double kill, I think.
that's what you get.
Nice.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Supernova, your cast expand in size.
There.
Wonder if that. I don't think it fully works with Winter's Circle, right?
Next floor.
Which is too bad, but it's still bigger. It's still better, right? A little bit of anti-synergy, perhaps, but that's okay.
Here it comes.
Please leave me alone, Tail. I said leave me alone.
Rocky fetch. Why, thank you.
It's just the visual clarity. I'm cursed. Oh no. Oh, come on. Get me out of the curse. Thank you. That's sort of on the side of like a not so great what is it called? Fang perk. I will take the Selene here. Maybe we can get some interesting stuff on the Path of Stars here. Oh, this eye is gonna get smoked. It's brutal. Oh, God. Can you tell I'm having fun? I am having fun. So we get 5. We cannot make it all the way down there. That's too bad, but I can do this, and then we can do these two for extra charges here. 3 moon water going into this battle. I'll check for any coin. I'm always bad at checking for coin, aren't I?
The enemies of all-seeing Typhon cannot possibly escape his rancor, for his eyes are everywhere upon him, red with rage, and searching endlessly, piercing the very soul.
The very soul, huh? So dramatic. I haven't listened to the dramatic reading of the patch notes there yet. Okay. 438. I'm not gonna take the food. That would only heal 2. I'll take 350. We can buy that.
Focus, Mel.
That and the Eris.
In the name of Hades.
Cut above is just gonna cause us to expire our magic and have to go to Ionic more often, so I'm not gonna do that. Is there anything available to me that would actually be fun and funny? Good roll for Blood Spree. Just in case I get hugely desperate. It's only 40, and maybe it's only at 40, so we'd still be in like instant death range, really. So I'll take Visceral Impact because it's epic, and also it should make us do that even faster unless we're hitting a hard cap. All right, here we go.
What a coincidence. It is impossible, or at least utterly preposterous, that you were somehow able to subdue the monster Typhon here, whilst I myself was harrying you with my various techniques. But you shall not be quite so fortunate again.
I know, have you been seeing the numbers I was putting up?
What makes you think that? You're only here because the will of Night has brought you directly to me, so I can deal with you both at once.
Mere witchery and lies. The apparition that you see exists entirely because of my own will. To think that you could summon one such as I merely at whim.
He's a little pissy. Everyone else is like, this is kind of fucked up and weird that the knight is doing this to us, but he's very petulant about it.
Without further ado,
So this is the reason I didn't want to take, or didn't want to get hostile environment, just so we can run away when need be like this. Because if we had hostile environment, I'd have to stick next to Typhon constantly, which is like the worst spot. Ow. Oh, there goes the armor. I'm gonna Moonwater. We get some extra damage here. Okay, phased him.
Why, look at me. I dilly-dally whilst the father of all monsters does the work.
No! God, the sperm things he sends out are like the worst. Because they can like, it seems like almost stun you and hit you multiple times. It's bad. Oh, that was close. Moonwater again. Get the damage increase, I think, right? Okay. We're not done. Still, this is aw, poor Kronos apparition. Alright. Just need to.
Impossible. I am no longer the mere child I once was, and yet.
Always remember how small and frightened you once must have felt. Inside, you are still that same old wretched girl.
I've beaten you in this environment. Please. Stay in the circle and dodge as much as we can.
Very clever, especially for one so very young.
But Kronos is kind of the problem. Almost. I take it back. It's all a problem. Child Nell. Dodging master. Hey, here we go. Victory lap. Commence. Whew. So that's by far the strongest build I have had this patch. By some measure. Oh, just short of 300k on the casts alone. That's so good. So let's inventory what led to this. Geyser Spout, Prominence Flare, Meat Grinder. Oh, we're gonna put Geyser Spout in front, or we'll put Winter Circle in front. Why not? So this really was the combo, right? Just we constantly were getting those Omega casts out, and they're causing so much damage. Wow, I'm also surprised Psychic Leash did 58k. That's pretty awesome. Froth only at 27k. I think we're killing a lot of enemies at a certain point, right? I would have to look. I wonder how much Frosty did Frosty Veneer keep us alive? Is that possible? Did that negate 134 points of damage? Maybe. I don't know. That probably helped too. I mean, as strong as this was, it was still 32 fear and kind of a difficult 32 fear at that. Quite a difficult 32 fear. So it wasn't free, even with all this, right? But yeah. Hell of a build, honestly. Hell of a build. Hell of an aspect, too. I'm really... we got 235 healing from the... Oh, wait a minute. You could almost do the math on that to see if, like, Moonwater, I think, did probably save us then? If we had... I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I don't want to spend time thinking about that now. I just want to be happy that we had such a strong build.
Is ill-advised. There must be some more down-to-earth approach.
What? Return to Shadow now.
Peace out.
the task proceeds.
Cool.
That ought to slow Typhon a bit.
I got to do that again. I think we probably came close to capping out on an Omega Cast build there, but there's other fun stuff we could try.
So, how's it going on Olympus recently? Or wherever you were last night? See anything good up there besides the snow? Not sure how come I know about snow.
I made it all the way to the summit, where I confronted the ancient monster called Typhon. It said that all of the monsters can be traced directly to him, but he's by far the biggest and the worst I've ever seen.
Isn't it funny how, like, mythology and I guess, like, fiction in general, the older something is, the more powerful it tends to be, even though that's, like, the opposite of reality. Anyway, random thought.
Well, I'm the one who's supposed to scare you, not the other way around. So, did you beat this guy or what?
Kicked his ass pretty well.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Yeah.
Well, then he's not so scary after all.
And let us check. Dora would be open to ambrosia. Can she drink? Are you old enough to drink? Or is this going to be like a Pirates of the Caribbean situation where you try to drink and it just goes all over his bones?
Of the gods. You have my word, it's good.
Well, I guess I'm not in the middle of anything, and since you did give me your word... You know what? I'm in.
Do you have a digestive system?
Considered a delicacy, huh? Figures. Kind of a weird consistency. Are you supposed to drink this stuff or eat it?
Maybe that's like an offensive thing to say about a ghost, you know? Do you have bones? Do you have a digestive system? I could see that being offensive.
You're mainly just supposed to savor it with friends. I agree it's a bit unusual, but then it's intended for extraordinary circumstances.
Yeah? What makes this so extraordinary? We're just lounging around. Not in the tent, which granted isn't normal in my case, but still.
It's ours to decide what's special, don't you think? Yes, we see each other night in and night out, but we have never shared a fancy bottle like this, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
I guess I see your point, but... Bit of a paradox or something, right? Ambrosia's meant for extraordinary events, but it's the ambrosia itself making things unnaturally festive.
Uh-oh.
Supernaturally, even. My skin, it's beginning to crawl, as though something is here with us. Oh, gods.
Someone spiked the ambrosia?
The gods themselves shall quake with fear, the likes of which your frail consciousness shall never comprehend.
Oh.
Alright, so then ambrosia's not that bad. I gotta go unwind, but that was fun.
Hey, I was generally worried that she might not be able to drink. Can't do anything with that now. Get this.
Now we wait.
Look at all this stuff.
Can't kill Kronos, can't kill Typhon, so what now? Keep doing this till somebody gives up? Thought we had a better plan.
Well, I have YouTube content to make Nemesis, so yes, that is the plan.
The Titan thinks he took the upper hand by awakening that monster. But we'll turn that setback into our gain. Typhon is immensely powerful, a power we can use.
You really think the Titan would just offer up the key to his own undoing like that? Doesn't sound...
Oops.
The plan was always to exploit what he doesn't know.
I really don't know why I skipped dialogue. It must be some psychological thing. Maybe I just hate Nemesis.
Some of the drowned sailors whom you face up there whilst sailing through Poseidon's Rift were probably once men I used to know. Not that I could recognize them now.
There's one at least that seems to have a level of command over the rest, if fancier attire and weaponry are any indication. I fought him just last night on his big ship.
Likely the Argonaut, if the reports add up.
Oh.
There's a band of similarly named adventurers he may have hailed from. But they were from a bit before my time. Perhaps still trying to relive their glory days.
Why does he have so much armor, though? Riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me this, Odysseus.
All grown up.
Plant. And one little poppy seed.
Grow and flourish.
So you really do wake up each night back there, entirely refreshed, and with a newfound resolve to achieve your life's ambition, that sort of thing.
Wish I felt that way when I woke up.
You make it sound so automatic. My physical recovery may be mostly second nature by now, but my motivation certainly is not. You think I never get discouraged?
You ever hit the snooze button when you first wake up?
I've never seen you discouraged. Though maybe you just hide it well. What do you do if you succeed, eh? Pursue some other hopes and dreams?
That's not something I've given any thought.
I get.
Oops, sorry. I guess I just assume the dialogue's done too often. Okay, so next time, what weapon am I going to take a look at? I've done all the hidden aspects now. There's some pretty radical changes to the torches here. Both attack-wise on this. With Eos, you can now send out another one more quickly, right? I think? Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. It might be fun to do an Eos build, maybe. I'll think about that. Probably something torch related just because the attack is very different now. So yeah, you'll have that to look forward to. More fun. Don't know if it'll be 32 Fear, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video and the run, and I will see you next time. Bye.